Life inside Iran as President Trump's war approaches 6 months.
Iran has become a wound that could reopen at any moment.
Iranians living with a constant threat of renewed war.
You can neither feel hopeful about the future nor completely give up hope.
I just want our fate to be decided.
They are left paying the price as the economy collapses and a deep malaise takes over the country.
Everything keeps getting worse. Everything keeps getting uglier.
As you drive around the streets of Tehran, all appears normal. But this city, this country, these people are not living through normal times. Only in the privacy of their homes, with their faces and their voices disguised, can they share how they really feel.
Every now and then we see positive signals. Then 2 days later, suddenly the war starts again in a limited scale somewhere. And this has created a very strange atmosphere when you can neither feel hopeful about the future nor completely give up hope.
No one has any motivation. No one starts anything anymore. To work, to make personal plans, no one has motivation for it. When tomorrow is uncertain, there is no motivation. So, sadness increases.
If it was going to be war, fine, let it be war. If it was going to be peace, let it be peace. I just want our fate to be decided. But it's been a year that we have been in this limbo, even more than a year. And at some point, I told myself it's just out of my control, and I just gave up.
As stasis takes hold in the country and sanctions continue to bite, the economy is being choked, and it is normal Iranians who are paying the price.
I had a laptop, I sold it. I had a phone, I sold it, so I could manage my life. Because the situation is very complicated and difficult. The country's economic situation is not good at all. Everything is getting more expensive. Inflation has increased sharply. Everyone you see, friends, relatives, have become jobless. In the past, when someone became unemployed, they could borrow money from a friend. No, those very people also have a terrible economic situation.
Here in Isfahan, for the young people who came out on the streets earlier in the year and were then brutally repressed, any space away from the influence of the regime is being squeezed.
There is this 33-arch bridge that's so beautiful in the city, with its lights, different colored lights, people sitting around having their own quiet moment in a corner. And suddenly a group dressed in black, in chadors, would show up with ear-splitting noise, coming in large crowds and disrupting everything for you. And we would think, oh God, they have taken this from us too. I mean, they're taking away even this little bit of leisure from us.
3 weeks ago in Ali Khani Square, 2 young men who took part in the protests were executed in public, hung from a scaffold as security forces broke up demonstrations.
Iran has become a wound that could reopen at any moment, any second. I think the current inflation, this political and social situation that has formed, this amount of trauma, this amount of anger and fear people have towards this regime, they will certainly come back to the streets and want to stay silent, even if it's repressed badly again.
And what are the words of President Trump? He once talked of liberation for the people of Iran, but now just threatens more war and destruction.
Early in the war, people were afraid and took Trump's statements seriously. But there were so many hollow words and warnings that never materialized, that people stopped caring, and now people literally laugh at what Trump says. Like he says, tomorrow we are going to bomb Iran. There is a huge attack coming, and it doesn't matter to people anymore, and people gone with their normal lives.
So where does all this leave Iranians? Trapped in this state of limbo. Is there any space for hope?
In my view, the people of Iran have been humiliated for years, in one way or another. Everything keeps getting worse. Everything keeps getting uglier. Our pride and self-esteem has been gradually destroyed for years.
Humans live on hope, and I think behind all tensions, war and conflict, behind this terrible situation, there will be a morning of hope, and maybe everything will return to normality.